Okay, so I just started recording. What I'm going to do is make Brendan the main guy on the view, and if he can just talk so that he remains on the screen and sort of introduce yourself, walk around, tell us what you're seeing, and I may just keep saying, keep talking. So go for it, Brendan. Show us the site. Show us what we're looking at.
All right. Yeah. So Brendan Wharton, Morgan Keller. So we're at the 360, I think it's Prospect Boulevard. It's a 2-story, looks like split level house right here on Prospect Boulevard. Don't believe there's a fence.
Wait, before, quick question. I think I saw a street light right in front of you.
Yes.
So hopefully that's in the plans to be relocated.
Correct.
Correct. And I
Okay,
think,
keep talking.
Joe, I'm going to try to not get hit by a car, but I'm pretty sure right where this property is, you can see between the houses on either side. This will be where the entrance to the site is. And then I will continue to walk around. It is vacant, I believe, as Joe and or Pat have mentioned.
It is vacant, currently
Okay,
vacant.
it is vacant. It was built in 1980. There is, it looks like a joint fence here. It goes down our side, but I think it's the neighbors. There's just a gate here to go with theirs. Small shed in the back. No fence back around the end. There's a small little deck off the rear of the property. The garage, which is interesting, goes from the front and back. The lower level, first floor, like I mentioned, is split level, partially below grade. And then back out behind the property, just some overgrown where no one owns it. I guess it hasn't been maintained. I'm gonna walk around the mound. So the backside of the property from here, and then the site is all back here, relatively flat from what you can see. The only section here that's undeveloped out behind the cemetery.
So at one point they were crops there?
It's been a cornfield for as long as.
Yeah. It does look like nothing has been planted or done recently. There were some stalks, so there was corn. This is stake. I'm not sure exactly what, but the property corner is what I'm thinking with that. Can you guys see that? So if this is the corner, it's all this flat back here in this section behind that's the cemetery over there, and where 70 turns right here into 15. Another one of those stakes, but it is all, I mean, as you can see, flat through here. And the backside of it has that antenna on the top. That is the property right there with the small deck.
So Skip, on one side there is the cemetery, which is shielded by plantings, and then there's the highway on the far back side of it. Then on the westerly side, there's a commercial area, and then on, I guess that's the east, there's a row of those single family homes that front on the same room that we are, that our entrance will come off of. So we'll be sitting behind all those trees. I mean, all those houses.
Keep talking, Brendan.
Okay. The 151 unit, this, I guess it's 360A, as we're calling Cascades of Frederick, will sit, I think, halfway towards like the back section and in the front being for future. So the building will be back in here, have really, I mean, really good frontage. You can see the way the ramp to 15 goes right behind it. And it is sitting right back behind a, like Pat mentioned, the row of houses back here. So this is essentially, I believe, where the building will be situated, somewhere in this vicinity. The entrance coming from the yellow house with the antenna, if you can see that far. The third one from the right of the screen, come in right through there, and the building right in this section. Skip, anything else you want me to see or touch on or talk about that you can think of?
This is just a general question that was asked. I see that you have a will serve letter from the gas company, but I don't believe there's any gas associated with the project.
No, and that's just typically something when we get started looking at a project, we'll get those right up front, whether it's known if gas is going to be used or not. We just get all the utility letters in hand to know who will serve and who won't. Because sometimes if there's a project that wants gas, when we go to find out, we get the letter right away. Well, there's no gas in the area. Well, that settles that decision. So that's essentially just knowing that there's gas nearby and that we could get it to the site here. So that's why we get those will serve letters.
Okay, and I believe that the only sort of gas that's associated, I saw a portable fire pit, but I didn't see any barbecues.
And for small use like that, we typically will, depending on how many grills or how many little fireplaces, you just use propane tanks. Or for grills, we've also buried propane tanks just to get it away and hide that as well. So I mean, whatever Pat and Joe would like, but typically those would be just tanks that are leased or something like that.
Yeah, so those are just small tanks. And we tend to avoid gas in the kitchens, particularly with age-restricted apartments. So everything's electric.
Interesting, never thought about that. So yeah, no, it gives me a good general idea of the site. When people talk about knowing where all the bodies are buried, you literally do know now.
Yes, see some headstones over there. But it is blocked nice by some of these. I guess I don't know if they're arborvitaes or what, but you know, it creates a little bit of a barrier.
Looks like a Christmas tree farm.
I know, one could go in Rockefeller, huh? They're taller than that building. But
Hey, Skip, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the celebrity in that cemetery is Francis Scott Key.
Interesting.
And
Yes.
they actually get a fair number of visitors every year that go see him. It's a big vertical thing.
Yeah, does that make it a National Historic Landmark then?
Can't tell you that. Well, it's worth asking. I'm sure the board members would love to talk to you about that on the grand opening.
Yeah,
Hey, I have a whole bunch of questions that are due diligence questions. I don't know if this is the appropriate place to be handling those questions at this time. I gave them to Esther, and I don't know if I'm pretty sure she's passed most of them along to you guys. So maybe we can get together and chat about some of those.
Yeah, Might be better when Brendan's not walking in a court and outside to, get his full attention and
Brendan, is it-
answer those questions.
Brendan, is it hunting season?
It is, and I was wondering because geese like cut cornfields. But,
I was thinking more of you as a moving target.
Yeah, I think I've seen some movies that have cornfields in it and don't have a good ending.
yeah. Call someone if I go silent for a couple minutes. And there's this search party.
We do have an address, so the cornfield at 360 Prospect.
Yes.
Do we know if this is a prevailing wage project?
It is not.
Yeah.
I think it is wage rate, right?
I don't think so. Is
Yeah,
it?
no. There's no Davis Bacon wages. I thought that was, you guys are paying it, but it's not required.
Right.
Okay, like I said, I'd probably give you a call because I have to have a report done for this project next week, even though we're not closing it till mid-March.
Well, Scooby,
Okay, well,
you're
go ahead,
welcome to.
Joe.
I was just going to say, feel free to reach out to Pat and I. We're pretty wide open the next 2 days and early next week, and we can help answer any questions and get that report squared away.
Yeah, it'll definitely be this week because I'll probably be working over the weekend on it. So I'm going to end the recording right now. I thank everybody for their time, unless anybody has anything to add.
Nope, pretty straightforward.
Thanks, Brendan.
Yeah, absolutely, guys.